Something ain't right. That is pretty much sums it up. I'm sorry. Hey, let's hear it for Rich Nielsen. I love that. When I first saw his outfit, I thought, did he go trans? I did not know. And I thought there were signs, by the way. He just got a reconstructed Trans Am. His ringtone is Commodores once, twice, three times a lady. And I thought, maybe this is a sign. I didn't know. And thank you all. I love this. Look at this crowd. I mean, Makai is awesome. Thank you for not sitting in the leprosy section. We appreciate that. We reserved that just for them. We have some celebrities here I really feel compelled to point out. All the way from Doylestown, Pennsylvania. She interrupted her international tour. You know her. To know her is to love her. Musician Pink, right there in the corner. Give a wave. Say hi. Yep, there we go. She's awesome. And sitting next to her, first-timers at Makai Comedy, even though they're local, Bill and Debbie. Let's say hi to them. Yep. Debbie is a film star. I don't know if you know that. You may remember back 1980s. I saw the movie in the theater, Debbie Does Dallas. It was awesome. It was one of my favorites. There you go.
Where's Debbie?
And I love the costumes. I could keep this classy and clean. You don't know me, obviously. I see people. Raise your hand with the witches' outfits. That's awesome. Come on, raise your hand. Don't be shy. You wore the outfits. I don't know if you know this. Do you know why witches do not wear underwear? Better grip on the broomstick. That is why they. Yeah. And I could keep it clean, but I don't care. I'm at the age where, what do I have to lose? So 2 days away from Halloween, why is Halloween a pedophile's favorite holiday?
Why?
Free shipping. So that is why we think about that. Look at that, we're groaning. Where are we, in Bible study? What? Come on now. Yeah, hey, I stamped my ticket to hell a long time ago. I was raised Catholic, so what's the point? I'm going with it. Yeah, why not? Neil Young, better to burn out than it is to rust. So I hope tonight goes better than the last time I was in front of a crowd like this. I was actually escorted out by a sheriff's officer after I flashed the entire room. I know. I apparently just completely misunderstood what a gender reveal party was all about. I did not know. Yeah. I don't know. Thank you. And you have that. You've heard of deja vu. You hear something. When Rich gave me the rules for tonight, I had that sense. Wait a minute. I've heard that. When he gave me the rules for tonight, I realized I've heard those 3 rules before. And I remember it was on the night of my wedding. My ex-wife gave me the same 3 rules. You got 15 minutes. Don't expect any applause. And when you're done, get the hell out. I have another guy waiting. So that came back to me. And ironically, John Toll, your headliner, right around the corner, he was the other guy waiting that night too. So I don't know. John, I hope you were more successful than I was. There you go. All right. So I had a little unnerving episode on the way here. I stopped at Barnes & Noble just to pick up a book. Walked in, went up to the information desk. The woman there, I said, hey, I can't remember the title. I'm here to buy Trump's new book on deporting immigrants. She just shot me this stare for like 10 seconds and said, get the fuck out of here and don't ever come back. I said, that's the book. That's the one I'm looking for. There you go. Apparently we have a room full of ICE agents. That is so nice. There we go. Good luck. It's so nice. I don't recognize any of you without your mask hiding your face. So there we go. Got in here a little bit early today. I came from Southport. And how many locals do we have here? Just show of hands. Oh, a lot. Yeah, Oceans Massage. Anybody been there? Yeah? Yeah, I went there. I got lower back issues. Went for a massage. The only masseuse they had was a guy. I've never had a massage from a guy before. Young, good looking, fit, great massage. Got a little awkward in the middle, and I thought I really need to address the elephant in the room. And I said, is it common to get an erection during a massage? He said, yeah, it happens a lot more often than you might think. I said, fine, but could you move it away from my face? That I really did not, I did not appreciate that. Debbie recognizes that line from her adult film days. There we go. She's Italian, she can take it. I know that, it's not a problem. So, had a birthday recently, and yeah, that number's getting alarmingly high. Oh my God, I try not to think about it. Look, I still roll a joint once in a while, but it's usually one of my ankles. That's the difference, yeah. I mean, I see myself in the mirror, like I realize the only way I'm ever getting a smoking hot bod is when I get cremated. That is my only chance. That's it. Man, I'm not fit. My girlfriend asked me if I want to go upstairs to have sex. I said, pick one or the other. I can't do both. I just can't do it. Yeah, it's sad. And it's not just physical, I get confused so easily. My pickup line at bars these days is, hi there, do I come here often? I have no idea. I really don't know. Yes. Yeah. Rich is taking pictures. I did not sign a waiver, so he can't do a damn thing about those.
Watch me.
Yeah. I get confused so easily. If you hear me yell out, "Who's with me?" That is not a battle cry. I mean that literally. I do not know who you people are. I don't know why I'm here. It seems like a very nice place, though. Had my annual physical. I always schedule it around my birthday. Man, that was a shit show. Jeez. It's never a good sign when your doctor refers you to an archaeologist. That's when you know, yeah, you got some years. And the exam had barely begun, and he says, Jeff, you need to stop masturbating. And I said, why? He said, I'm trying to examine you. And I thought, can't you work around that? I mean, come on, doc. Give me a break. Jesus Christ. And then just to give you an idea how my body is deteriorating, when the exam was done, the nurse said, the doctor would like to get a urine sample, a stool sample, and a blood sample. And I said, can I just give you my underwear? That is where I am. Yeah. I could be leaking on the floor right now. I have no idea. I'll figure it out when I get home. Yeah, thanks. So I definitely have to change my TV viewing habits, because all I get when I watch live TV, nothing but pharmaceutical ads. They will sell you everything. Prevagen, you've seen that. Maybe I should need that for my confusion. Okay, talk about how, I feel so much better. I can think more clearly. That's fine, but some dude on there recently, this is an actual ad, older guy, he talks about how forgetful he was. He felt like he couldn't do his job properly. He was confused all the time. And his profession, he's a pharmacist. A pharmacist. Can you imagine being one of his patients and seeing your pharmacist there, realizing that guy has no idea what he's putting in the bottles that he gives me? I can just picture the old guy at home like, hey, Marge, I just figured out why my blood pressure's still sky high, but I'm walking around with a 4-hour erection every day. Yeah. Jeez, I just thought it was another blue pill. I didn't know. Good Lord. But the one that kills me, and I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I don't care. Have you heard of this Peyronie's disease? Have you seen the ads? I just saw it last week. When the official website is called bentcarrot.com, that tells you all you need to know. It's truly the sign of the apocalypse. The definition: a man with an erect penis that has a curvature of at least 30 degrees. 30 degrees. I have so many questions. 1, do we need a $1 billion ad campaign to inform adult males that their dick should not be shaped like a boomerang? Do we need that? Hey, buddy, that thing's supposed to come, not come back to you. What? Did you miss the signs growing up? When you go to pee, you've got to stand and face the guy next to you in order to shoot to your... When you have sex in the missionary position, you're forming the letter X. That's not how it works. You can't do 69, you can only do 67. That is... Right, Debbie? Thank you. Right, Pink? Later on, Pink, I want to find out how you got that name. Anyhow, it's like so sad. And how about this? Why 30 degrees? What do you tell the dude who clocks in at 28 degrees? What do you say? Hey, good news. You're weird, but you've avoided the dreaded circus-free category. So there you go. What are you going to say? And in case you're wondering, well, Jeff, the guy who does that, what do they do for him? I will let you know. Only if you promise that if I die in my sleep tonight, you will erase my browser history on my computer, because I looked this up. Yeah, you get daily pills, and then this is a quote from the website. Sorry, I love this. Daily stretching and pulling of your penis. And I thought, I don't even have the condition, and I'm already doing that. So what? I mean...
That's why it's not 30 degrees.
Thank you very much. I'm considering it a preventative step. That's what I'm doing. And by the way, who's doing the measuring? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that job description on Indeed? Do you like being locked in a room with a strange man? Do you enjoy seeing male genitalia up close and personal? 3, do you know how to use a protractor? If so, you have matching qualifications. That is awesome. Yeah, and I'm going on record right now, and I'm telling you, the only way I'm going to be sitting in a room undressed from the waist down with an erect penis and allow a strange woman to come in with a protractor is if we're filming a porn scene about a nymphomaniac geometry teacher. That is the only way I'm doing that. Jeez. Sad. How we doing so far, okay? Have I offended anybody here? No? All right, I'll try harder. Let me see what I can do. I will be, in a matter of a couple months, I will be divorced officially. Thank you very much. Yeah. Is there any math teachers here? Any math teachers at all? No? Can anybody do math? Why is a bad marriage like algebra? Because every time I think of my ex, I ask why. Oh my God. Man. I know they tell you the shortest sentence in the English language is I am, the longest sentence is I do. There you go. Take that home. Good Lord. And there were signs. She was complaining about so many different things. I wasn't paying attention. She complained I didn't buy her flowers. I said, I didn't even know you sold flowers. What do you want from me? She complained I didn't respect her privacy. At least that's what I read in her diary about me. And then when she said I was too un-American, I could see a divorce coming from a kilometer away. It was so obvious to me then. Obviously, not much was happening in the bedroom down those final days before I moved out. And I don't know if you know this, scientists have discovered a food completely eliminates a woman's sex drive. I don't know if you heard this. A wedding cake. That is what completely... Wow, I got some pushback on that one. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I was raised Catholic, and so I knew sex before marriage was a sin. I just didn't know that sex after marriage was a miracle. That I learned that later. And look, I was trying. I was doing everything I could. I said, hey, what can I do to make you happy in the bedroom? She said, sleep on the sofa. That is not what I was looking for. No. I thought, let me spice it up a little bit. Let me spice it up. I arranged a 3-way. Yeah. There were 2 no-shows. I still had a great time, and it was fine. Yeah. She loves role-playing, and I thought, all right, I'm not into it. I'll do it. She was the doctor. I was a patient. I have to admit, 2 hours of sex. Well, if you include the hour 57 minutes I was in the waiting room, but that other 3 minutes was awesome. And then it was so infrequent at the end, I was experiencing this burning sensation in my eyes to the point where I need to see a doctor. Like, what is going on? Felt much better. He explained perfectly normal reaction to pepper spray. So I should have been able to figure that out on my own. Right, Debbie? Yeah. Thank you. I love getting confirmation from Debbie. That is so cool. So yeah, things happen. And I'm going to wind it up with this. Today happens to be 286 days for me without a drink. 286. Thank you. Not like in a row. No, I meant my entire adult life. Yeah, I did the math for you. 1 day every 3 months. That is the best I can do. It is, if you can deal with the craziness of our world without alcohol or drugs or whatever, God bless you. But it is crazy out there. Yeah, thank you. It is crazy out there. So I've given it a lot of thought, and I think what it comes down to is we just need to put things in perspective, try to accentuate the positive. That glass half full approach is the best way to handle what's happening, but not everybody can do it. I know a guy has no housing expenses, never has to work again, his meals are prepared every day, works out every day, he has sex 4 to 5 times a week. But every time I talk to him, all he does is complain about being in prison. And I think that is, it's tough for him. He's getting better though. He now tells people he lives in a gated community, and I think that's and maybe, I think most important of all, raised Catholic, most important of all, he says he has finally learned to love Jesus. Or as his cellmate pronounces his name, Jesus. Yeah, there you go. All right, I'm Jeff Bartolino. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Keep it going.